Today we are exposing the shocking truth about the rapture doctrine. Stay tuned for a plot twist that will flip everything you've been taught upside down. Rapture believers are convinced being taken is the ultimate goal. But what if I told you the Bible says the exact opposite? Let's dive into the scriptures and uncover the truth. So let's start with Matthew 13:24-30, the parable of the wheat and tares. Yahushua tells us about a man who sows good seed in his field, but an enemy sneaks in and plants tares, weeds, amongst the wheat. So look at this key verse. First, gather the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Later, in Matthew 13:36-43, Yahushua explains this parable to his disciples. Pay close attention. The field is the world, the good seeds are the sons of the kingdom, but the tares are the sons of the wicked one. The harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are the angels. Therefore, as the tares are gathered and burned into the fire, so it will be at the end of the age. Did you catch that? At the end of the age, the tares, the wicked, are gathered first and burned. The wheat, the righteous, are left to be gathered into the barn. Yahushua's kingdom. Being taken first is not a good thing. Let's look at another verse. In Matthew 24:37-44, Yahushua compares his return to the days of Noah. For as in the days before the flood came and took them all away, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be. Then 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken and the other left. Who was taken in Noah's time? Genesis 7:23 tells us. So he wiped off all that stood, and they were wiped off from the earth, and only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. So the wicked were taken by the flood and destroyed, and Noah and his family were left, so they were saved. So when Yahushua says one is taken and the other left, you want to be the one that's left, not taken. So isn't that a major plot twist? And obviously there's Hollywood movies about left behind, and it makes people think, oh, I don't want to be left behind. But that is the exact opposite, which makes sense because that is what majority of people believe, that they don't want to be left behind. But we're called to be on the narrow path because the broad path leads to destruction. When we look at the truth of his word, we want to be left behind because we're going to join him and rule and reign with him in his kingdom here on earth. Here is the plot twist that rapture believers miss. Being taken means judgment, not salvation. The Bible consistently shows the righteous are left to inherit Yahushua's kingdom. So let's seal it with Jeremiah 23:3-8. In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel dwell safely, and they shall dwell on their own soil. So Yahuwah promises to gather his remnant, his faithful people, and bring them to safety, not whisk them away. The righteous remain to dwell in Yahushua's kingdom, while the wicked are removed. So do not fall for this end times deception. There's so many people saying that they're having rapture dreams about being left behind. There's so much fear mongering, and there's a lot of deception. So do not be a one that's going to fall into this destruction, because really, if you're praying to be taken away, you're praying for your own destruction, and that is not a good thing. So if this has opened your eyes, please hit the like button, share this video with anyone who believes in that rapture doctrine. It is a false doctrine and it's leading people into destruction. Subscribe for more Bible truths that will challenge everything you thought you knew. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. See you next time for more eye-opening insights.